if quality of film depends on how good the bad characters are, then this is a very important part, because in the morning we have the good guys, the creators, producers, you know, they're notorious as being very good guys, and now these are bad guys. We talk about funds. Running a fund and being in a fund, besides having a permanent financial situation or permanent financial problems, means also to have a permanent personal problems, because you have two kinds of users. You have those who didn't get their project approved in your fund and they want to kill you. And then you have the other group, they were approved but they think they didn't have enough, so they just want to beat you.
This is Denmark, so this is where you have to go. And this is the mainland, where we have, right now, we have 3 regional funds in Denmark. We have, in Jutland, the mainland, we have West Danish Film Fund. On the little island in between Zealand and Jutland, we have Filmski, and then we have Copenhagen Film Fund. It is established 1 year ago, so it's a very new fund, but it has been in the talks for ages, because the problem we saw with films and the global arena was that films got to be produced anywhere else than in the capital city of Denmark, because there were no schemes that could help the productions and the companies to actually finance their films there. And we film people, we are like nomads. We go to wherever we can get the money. We have some 4.5 million euros to spend on a 2-year period, which is our first period, and that's where we really have to prove that we are worthwhile spending money on. And the money, they come from the capital itself, from the capital region, and some other municipalities around, and then some from some private investors, private companies within our business. We are here to create growth, which means not in the sense of recoupment, but in the sense of employees, infrastructure, making a business, a viable business in our countries. I think that's the most important for our regional funds. And then to get our picture on the screen everywhere in the world is of course also interesting. Branding is interesting, but it's nothing you can. Now they talk a lot about tourism. Tourism is of course also interesting, but we have seen some examples. I mean, you have seen some examples here with the Games of Thrones.
Massive.
And that is quite interesting, and hopefully we can get there one day.
There is a reason to make movies that can travel, and I myself and many of my colleagues have done wonderful movies, even in Danish, that can travel. Germany has this thing that they dub everything, so that's not a big problem. And that of course is our biggest market and our biggest outside source of financing. And for some strange reasons, Denmark has an extraordinary talent to make television series. As you all know, it's been in the last 10-15 years, it's been a very big export to even America, England, and many other places. So I think that the talent we have of the screenwriters, and we have about 5-10 top guys who are working all over the world at the moment. And they do Danish stories or they do international stories. A love story can be made here in this town. It can be made in Fyn, it can be everywhere. But as long as you have a story that the audience wants to pay for, then I don't care what languages they.
What is amazing about this even business success of fantastic Danish serials, television products, is like that they are produced by public televisions, by 100% public investment. This fantastic Borgen that you like so much in Croatia is not even that. It's in-house production of Danish radio. It has the business model of Gruntovčani.
In Slovenia we don't have regional funds. We try to have a different overview. You know, it's a so limited market with so limited language even if we have a great box office hit, we can never reach our investment, you know. So our principle of selecting, choosing projects or financing projects is more oriented towards, you know, some artistic values, some difference of genres, difference of poetic voices. When we are small, we try to talk with other small. So, for example, we are now together with the Croatian Audiovisual Center and Friuli, Venezia, Giulia, the region around Trieste, eastern part of Italy. We try to establish trans-regional funds. I always say that the film as a product is the most expensive creative product and it's the easiest to travel, and we try to have this always in our mind. So let's produce, let's show our culture, let's show our misbehaviors, let's be also critical, let's put the mirror to this society.
As Joško said, we really like to see our industry very much integrated with Slovenian industry at the first place and then third. The second thing, we would like very much to see our country becoming a filmmaking country, not to have a filmmaking Zagreb with its antenna and emissions in the beautiful landscapes of our provinces. We have several potential hubs, such as Rijeka, fantastic university, harbor town in northern Croatia. Then we have a Split, which is one of the most beautiful towns in the world with immensely talented people. Misfortunately, they are socially dysfunctional. And it's fairly unoperational. We believe that Split will become one of the capitals of the like Los Angeles of Southeast Europe. No. The first and only town that did it is the most progressive cultural policy town in Croatia, which is Rijeka, and here we got Ivan Šarar, that's representative of the City Council of Rijeka. He's the Minister of Culture of Rijeka.
We are financing in the last 5 years 4 or 5 shorts or documentaries with a small amount of money, somewhere between 40 or 60,000 euros every year, and this is 50%. We have 50-50 deal with Havc. This match fund, yes, but that fund produced around 20 films in last 5 years. And one important thing, which is important to promoting film industry, is developing of art cinema. It's important from colleagues abroad that Rijeka wasn't be a part of any important film production story. Rijeka never had film institutions before. Rijeka never had educational institution, but in the last 15 or 20 years we have Academy of Applied Arts, we have High School for Applied Arts, we have private televisions, and all that topics with digital shift create maybe a little from scratch ecosystem which can produce some movies.